What's going on, my Cardano friends? It's your friend Jack here, and in today's video we're going to be going over some very interesting opportunities inside of Cardano, and that is DeFi yields. Now, not all of these are going to be live, not all of these are going to be fully functional, but today I want to come back and explore some more DeFi yields that are going to be coming that definitely require some attention, and also some current activities you could pursue to take advantage of some DeFi yields. Now, first thing I want to talk about is Liquid. I talked about this one and Liquid's 4x yields about, whenever this video was, 2 months ago. This was before the LQ token. The LQ token came out, and now we are at 110 ADA per LQ token with a market cap of 40 million ADA. So the market cap is pretty insane. There's a very small circulating supply right now out of the total supply. This might change a lot once the LQ token gets released, but at the same time, there's a lot of incentive for it to go up as well if we can get 4x yields. Now, that was some time ago, and the token started off at 7 ADA, went up to 60 ADA, and I didn't think it was going to go any higher, and now it's at 110 ADA. So definitely not a financial advisor, definitely not a guru. I don't know where everything's going to go, but Liquid is and has been a solid project for a long time. That being said, there's some other things coming up that are also really interesting. First, we have Cardano, and their Dana swap will allow you to get pro-rata percent of network fees, like providing liquidity with any token for the native token on any of the platforms we're going to mention today. If they have a native token, likely when you provide liquidity for it, you will earn the protocol fees or a percent of the protocol fees, depending on how much you have locked. Then you get paid in Dana USD, which you can provide as an LP, and you get higher LP rewards the more Dana you have locked as well. So that's one for our Dana. This is going to be coming up. Keep your eyes peeled. But another one that caught my eye a lot was the Indigo triple yield. Reminded me a lot of the Liquid protocol, 4 times yields, and essentially how this works is you have a mint I asset. So these are synthetics on the Indigo protocol. Their bases of currency are synthetic assets, and with ADA or a stablecoin DUSD or DJED or JED, and provide liquidity to the DEX like SundaeSwap to earn yield. After that, you take the DEX LP token and stake in the Indigo to earn Indy. Then you stake the Indy to earn protocol fees. Technically, I believe we also have a 4th layer. They might not integrate it, they might do so, with staking the initial ADA provided for liquidity and having that also yield back to you, or maybe they'll take that yield for themselves and bring it back into the protocol. So I don't know how that's going to work, but this is looking very juicy. Another one, Indigo, and let's go on to the third one today, which I'm also very excited to participate in, and you can do so right now. So the third one is going to be MinSwap. And MinSwap, right now, they have a liquidity bootstrapping event where you can provide ADA and in return you get per ADA and then exchange this at the end of the event for essentially whatever the price discovery has gotten to. Now, this is a really fair way of finding a price for their native protocol token, much better than some of the other processes, and they've definitely taken their time to do this. MinSwap is a really good DEX, but not only that, by participating in this right here, when you go to provide yield after you've gotten your LP, and if you've basically been in this participation of the liquidity bootstrapping event, anyone who got their min from this will be able to stake their ADA min LP tokens and receive a bonus on their yield farming rewards from 110% to 200% for the first week of yield farming. So pretty much double the amount for the first week. Good incentive and a good opportunity right now if you're going to buy min anyways to get even more and further yield in the first week as they launch their DEX very, very soon. I myself probably am going to pick up a few thousand ADA worth of this just to participate in something that can be very huge. I don't know for sure. It is a bit of a gamble, but I'm really looking forward to it. Next, in terms of DeFi yield, we have Maladex, okay? And Maladex, I'm not going to go in depth on anything yet because they don't have too much to show in terms of a technical product. But they have a lot of technical papers which show they know their stuff. And one of the main things I like about Maladex and yields is their aim is to minimize, absolutely minimize and permanent loss. And if you can do that while providing yields, you're going to have much more efficient capital. And overall, Maladex, I'm just keeping my eyes on in general for the release and for what they're doing. So if you want more videos on them, I'm going to be doing those as Maladex deploys their DEX and everything else. So keep that in mind. Next up, though, I want to talk about Genius Yield. It's in the name. Yield is in the name. And Genius Yield has a lot to it. I'm not going to go over all of it today. I'll leave this article down in the description. Genius Yield, the Yearn Finance of Cardano. Yearn Finance, if you don't know it, is one of the most popular DeFi protocols, especially for getting good yields over on Ethereum. And essentially, what types of yield? There's lots of types of yield. This article goes over a lot of it, but they basically show that Genius Yield is trying to do it by algorithmically giving you the best yield and doing a lot less effort, right? A yield optimizer is the goal here. That's what we want. And it sounds really good. Is it going to be super effective? I'm not sure. Will it make capital more efficient? Similar to what I like seeing with Maladex's approach of efficient capital, and the more efficient your capital is, the better everything's going to run on the protocol likely. Will that happen? I'm not sure, but I do believe that Genius Yield and many of the other DEXs I mentioned today and protocols for synthetics, things like that, are going to provide some juicy opportunities to grow your amount of ADA, or at least grow your portfolio in value, even compared to the US dollar, compared to if you're just sitting on your ADA. Thing is, there is live protocols right now that also have some nice APRs. SundaeSwap, you can yield farm Sunday, LQ, and World Mobile Token. That being said, it's not a sure thing that any of these protocols are going to be around for the long term. So when you're going into these, always do your own research and make your own decisions. As I said, or as I've said before, usually I'm a long-term investor. If I'm getting into some of these altcoins, they may be shorter term plays, as it's a bit of a gamble here which protocol is going to deliver and which one's actually going to pull a lot of the user volume long term. If any of these DEXs or protocols don't pull as much volume or attention as the others, or maybe one takes a lot bigger portion of the pie than people may think, then the value of their native tokens will also represent that. So keep that in mind. I'm not trying to say everything's going to zero. I'm just telling you to be cautious, as you should be with crypto, and especially with DeFi yields. You're going to have to do these things yourself and actually go and yield farm, provide liquidity, test it out with small amounts. Luckily with Cardano, this costs like nothing as we get into more and more options in Cardano DeFi. Also keep in mind that we have things like MilkySwap, a premier DEX on Milkameda powered by the Cardano ecosystem that essentially says, hey, we're using a sidechain and we are going to provide a DEX in a way where you can do things very quickly, much faster than on the main blockchain Cardano. It is going to be a sidechain using Milkameda. And this is pretty cool too. And I want to mention in this video because I do think that although there's not that much to look at here, this is very promising for making quick and easy trades and testing things out when you're trying to optimize your yields and figure out how providing liquidity or also yield farming works on Cardano and doing it much more effortlessly. I actually believe MusliSwap announced a AMM order book on Milkameda as well, so you could also use that when it's fully released. If I'm wrong, it actually may already be released right now, but I'm not sure as I have not used it yet. That's it for the video today. I know I didn't go too in depth on how any of these yields directly work, and I know most of them aren't active at the moment. I'm going to be participating in most of these. Genius Yield, I am staking some ADA in the ISPO, not a large portion, but about 5% of my total ADA, just because I do think there's a lot of promise in that protocol. And same with Maladex, I am staking with their ISPO. For now, just a small percent of my portfolio, about 5%. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. It's been your friend Jack. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever else. Peace out.